are married and we are leaving our wedding suite and we are going off to our honeymoon in Kauai. We're currently in Oahu and here is the view of the Four Seasons. Look at that. Okay, off to Kauai. Okay, let's go. The Kauai airport is a much smaller airport, but it was really convenient because we were able to find our baggage really quickly and then head out to our car rental. We were staying on the south side of the island, which was about 25 minutes away from the airport. Thank you! Thank you so much! On our honeymoon! Mini moon. What are you doing at our honeymoon? Our friends ended up crashing the honeymoon briefly, and then here is our bedroom with a beautiful view. I was able to book this room using my Chase points, so it wasn't as much as if you were paying cash. Okay, kicking off our honeymoon at 6 in the morning. Alrighty, we are headed off to the Nepali coast. We have to take a boat ride, so I took some Dramamine, and hopefully I don't get seasick because I usually get very, very seasick. But look at this! I was using SPF 50 because we were going to be out in the sun on a boat for 4.5 hours. To prepare for our trip, we have a waterproof phone casing and then some non-drowsy motion sickness medicine. Emphasis on the non-drowsy because usually these pills make people feel incredibly sleepy. So I want to get the ones that don't make me do that.
Yeah, y'all made it.
Smile.
You work out today, guys.
I know. Off we go. I'm in the front of the boat so I don't get as seasick. This Blue Ocean Adventure boat tour was a 10 out of 10 and definitely one of the highlights of our honeymoon. We got to see dolphins and our captain also did a bunch of boat tricks and it was so much fun. The boat moves really quickly, so I didn't feel seasick when we were on the boat, but there are moments where the boat has to stop and we get to chill a little bit, and that's when I would jump in so that I wouldn't get sick from the rocking of the boat. This is called the Zodiac boat, and it's so much fun because the captain can take you through the tunnels and the caves, and it's really a great time. You do have to hold on for dear life, so this is an adventure and it does require some physical labor where you're holding onto ropes with your hands and your feet are also strapped underneath a rope too. But it's so worth it because you can see sights like this. So this is the Nepali coast and some extreme hikers can also hike up these mountains. Then we were given about 45 minutes to scuba dive and they give us goggles and gear. We are so hungry, so we're gonna have puka dogs. I was really excited to try Hawaiian style hot dogs and they have really interesting toppings such as different mustards and relish. I think it's really good. The sauces, the mustard, everything is delicious. Husky said he'd rather eat a Costco hot dog.
What we could do though is buy the sauce here and then go to Costco and eat the hot dog.
Then we had a reservation at Eating House to enjoy some yummy food. Apparently this says happy wife, happy life. Our first dish was ahi tuna with soba noodles and of course we prayed together before we eat. We also got the braised short rib which was really flavorful and the potatoes and the vegetables were also a great addition and then their butterfish is a whole new level. Every butterfish I've ever had in Hawaii is perfection. Then we watched the sunset and as you can see, Kauai is a very remote island. We are off to Kano Market, which is known for a lot of the local food and a lot of locals go here. We were going to go after our hike, but my friend just told me we need to go before 11 o'clock to ensure we get all of the yummy food. At 11 a.m. there really wasn't a big line. They only let 4 parties inside, so sometimes you'll see people out the door. And they close at 2 p.m. But I'm so thankful that they had some fried chicken at 11 a.m. because their chicken is amazing. It's sweet, savory, and perfect. We did go back later in the afternoon around 1 o'clock and they didn't have any more chicken. They had a little bit of poke left, but not too much. Next, we were off to go on our drive to the waterfalls, and you can see Kauai is so beautiful and so green and blue. We passed by Wailua Beach Park before we ended up at the falls. I felt like even though it's summertime, the falls were actually really big. We are at Wailuba Falls. It is double streamed. We noticed a lot of people were going down to the bottom of the waterfalls. It was a little bit scary, but also so beautiful and pretty. There were a lot of people swimming there, but I wasn't feeling that adventurous. It's so hot. There are not a lot of ABC stores in Hawaii compared to Maui or Honolulu. So we're gonna go get some shaved ice and then stop by the ABC store. This is apparently one of the best shaved ice in Kauai, and I felt like they had really interesting flavors with a little snow cap on top. No cap. Do you want lychee sour belts? We made reservations at the restaurant's hotel called Tide Pools, and you can eat right in front of a koi pond. They also give you complimentary taro garlic bread. We got some seafood as well as some sushi, and oh my goodness, I could literally eat sushi every single day, which is probably not good for me, but so delicious. Then we walked around the hotel to digest our food, and then we sat on a swing to just chill and relax and talk about the beauty of the Lord. Our last day on our Hawaii honeymoon in Kauai. Our flight is at 10 p.m. tonight, so we opted for late checkout, so they had to change our rooms so that we could stay a little later. But we're gonna get some acai bowls at Anaki's Juice Bar, which is supposedly really, really good. Inside the market, and it's in the back. The smoothie bowls here are really thick, and they also give you a lot, so I felt like the large was way too much for 2 people. Here is my hand for reference. Off to the fish market, which is really just like a little store filled with a bunch of poke and yummy food. So it's not really a fish market, it's more of a restaurant that has a lot of fresh fish, and they only do to-go orders, but their poke was amazing. The fish is so soft.
The small box is like $12.
We went to go see the Waimea Canyon, which a lot of people from the mainland refer to it as the Grand Canyon of Hawaii. Instead of driving all the way up, we figured we could just look at it from here. This spot was actually really close to where we had to go for our Blue Ocean Adventure tour, so I suggest doing those on the same day. We wanted another snack, so this time we got Hawaiian hot dogs at Porky's, and they really loaded up the toppings. Then we watched Korean dramas in the lounge at the hotel before we were on our way to our flight. Our last meal in Kauai. I have an abscess in my mouth and it really hurts, but I couldn't eat it anyway. It's so crowded. Oh, hello. We wanted some comfort food, and this restaurant was packed even at 5 or 5:30 in the evening, and it really felt like a grandma was cooking you delicious food. That's Kauai and our first and only honeymoon for now, mini moon. We hope to be able to go to Japan in the future, but until then, we had a great time. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.